Are you a weird black girl? Do you have the following symptoms? If so, you may be eligible for financial compensation. Hi guys, it is Naimah, also known as Bunnii Online, the INB, and today I will be discussing the weird black girl and our existence in society. So, hi, if you're new here, welcome. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, so you can stay up with any videos of mine. I know how I have been lacking on content lately, but that is because life has been beating my ass. So because of that, it makes sense if you take the time to subscribe to me today if you like my content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Also, say hi to the laptop. The laptop is laptopping. Let's start off with a quick little story time. So if you don't know, I went to college, specifically Georgia State University, as an interdisciplinary studies major with a focus in acting. By the way, I finished my class, so now your girl is officially a college graduate. Thank you. So last year during the spring semester, I took a class, stagecraft, and in my class, towards the very end of the semester, we were left to complete this diorama. So while we were doing our projects, for whatever reason, everyone starts answering this question of, oh, what's your favorite movie, blah, blah, blah. It came to me. And my answer has always been The Lion King. Now, you can't see my room, but I specifically have The Lion King, The Lion King program from the Fox Theater because I went to go see it on my birthday like a couple of years ago. Like, I love that movie down. You do not understand. I love that movie down. I know the script frontwards and backwards. I love that movie. First of all, I'm a weird black girl who loves animation. Shout out to the Animation Guild. They're about to go on strike. Shouts out to them. If you want to help the struggle, please follow them on Instagram. I will link that. But needless to say, I love animation. And whenever I tell people that like my favorite genre of media is animation, they all kind of look at me sideways like, what the hell is that? Like, you're grown as fuck. That's for kids. First of all, no it's not. South Park has existed damn near 30 years and you still want to try to convince me that I'm childish for watching animation? There is animation specifically curated for adults, but you want to tell me that I'm weird for that. That's weird. So, needless to say, in that moment, the girls around me found out that I was the weird black girl infiltrating the space. Mind you, it's theater. It's, you know, everyone's weird in theater. But I was specifically even more weird because I love animation. I want to talk about this topic more in depth. So, I got my laptop. I'm looking down at my laptop. So, the weird black girl is a subset of black women, femmes, and girls who find themselves being considered othered, but within the black community. There are other names for this phenomena, such as the awkward black girl coined by Issa Rae, Oreo, in reference to the actual cookie Oreo, which is black on the outside, white on the inside. Then you have the quirky black girl. I would say it's been in media for quite some time. I would say like since the 90s or at least like the late 80s. I had a brain fart, guys. I'm so sorry. But there are a lot of different examples. I will put a collage here. What makes a black girl weird? I'll tell you. The answer is quite simple. It is very shallow. Let me explain. So here's the thing about blackness. Blackness, on the outside looking in, is supposed to be the representative of cool, the rebel. And being black, there are limitations that have been placed upon us due to white supremacy. Because of the barriers of white supremacy, when you like certain things that are considered white or outside of blackness, things that are considered cool, then it makes you othered. So I have jotted down a list. There are, I would say, 3 to 4 different categories. And I say 3 to 4 because 2 of them can fit into one. So you have hobbies, then you have subcultures, then you have style, and then you have personality. So within hobbies, you have liking animation, liking anime, specifically listening to music that is outside of the norm, even though black people have literally created every single genre of music in the whole world, but like no one wants to talk about that. But that's neither here nor there. And participating in fandom. So like participating in fandom makes you look like a fan, which makes you look like a stan, which makes you look weird to people who are not into that genre of music, media, etc. So then we have alternative subcultures. The ones that I pointed out were goth, emo, scene, harajuku, lolita, cottagecore, coquette, and steampunk. But there are various other ones that I did not name that are also considered othered by Black people, by the general mass audience of Black people online and in real life. You also have style. Style could also fall into subculture. So style could also fall under subculture, because if you're participating in a subculture and you're dressing like your peers in the subculture, then you're falling under subculture, but it's also personal style as well. Last but not least, you have personality. So when it comes to personality, there are a couple of things. So one, I know, because I've been recommended videos of Black introverted women. It is so hard to be an introverted Black woman because it is so expected of us to be loud. But here's the other thing. When you're a loud Black woman, for a various number of reasons, you are shitted on. So you can't even be loud and awkward. But you also shouldn't be quiet and awkward. You should find a balance. And it is expected within Blackness that you come with a certain je ne sais quoi of coolness, that if you don't have that and you fall at either end of the spectrum, you're weird. So like for me, I know now that I'm 23 that I am possibly on the spectrum. I know for a fact though that I am neurodivergent. And so I've always been relatively quiet. When my mom, because my mom is old, she's a boomer, she sends me videos of babies and kids, little girls specifically, and she's like, oh my god, I love their personality, I love their personality. The personality type that she's specifically usually talking about is one, and that is of the very certain, very vocal Black girl who knows what she wants, who knows what to say, how to be funny, have great comedic timing, etc. I was never that child. So whenever I watch those videos, I know for a fact that my inner child is crying because, for one, everyone in my family, for the most part, has found a way to shut me down and to silence me, to quiet me. And so I have gotten to the point where I just don't really talk that much. I talk a lot now because I'm older. But when I was a child, I did not talk a lot, let alone to them, because I didn't feel like it was a welcome space for me to be like, oh, that was stupid. But she will send me a video of a 4-year-old little girl, little Black girl, and she's like, wow, that's stupid, and she will laugh her ass off. So this is section 2. I would talk about weird Black girl resentment. First things first, I gotta give my respects to my great grandmother Ma. I love her. That's the ancestor. In the previous section, I was discussing all of the qualifying aspects of being considered the weird Black girl. And now I want to talk about resentment and where this underlying resentment that weird Black girls have towards the Black community stems from. So, when you're a weird Black girl and you're othered because of respectability politics. Respectability politics is a phenomena that occurs within the Black community that is basically saying you, as a person, are one of the representatives of Black culture and the Black community everywhere that you go. And if you're not stepping out with your best face, you're doing a disservice to the community within itself. Which sucks, because that could be quite a burden to carry in every room that you step in. Especially if you have, imposter syndrome. That's a heavy burden to carry when you're expected to be the best version of yourself in order to represent Blackness. And it's a hard standard to upkeep. So when you see certain Black women out in the world and they're judged harshly, I need you to think, oh my God, is respectability politics at play as to why they're being treated the way that they are? And I would say at least 8 times out of 10. Yeah. The thing is about misogynoir, which is the intersection between misogyny and race, is that anyone can uphold it, and everyone does to a certain extent. Being different means that you cannot be the representative of Blackness, even if you're the one Black person in the room. Despite if you even have imposter syndrome, you just can't be that. So you're othered, and you're treated as such. So, respectability politics and white supremacy is one of the driving forces as to why weird Black girls can carry resentment towards members of the Black community, because members of the Black community often prescribe to respectability politics. If you don't have your hair done right, why the are you outside? If your makeup is not cute, why are you outside? If you're broke, why are you outside? If you're dressed ugly, why are you outside? Like, very surface level stuff. I think that because we're given only two options, we either accept that respectability politics is a part of the Black community's norm as a symptom of white supremacy, and we have to fundamentally change the system internally and create our own ecosystem of community, or we reject the Black people, we reject the Black community and fundamentally become weird, odd, anti-Black, self-hating, annoying conservatives. And like, that is the pits of hell, because Jesus Christ, those people do not look happy. And examples of this, because there are examples, you have Candace Owens, you have Clarence Thomas, Thomas Sowell, you have a lot. We have a lot of like Black conservative people who obviously are exhibiting signs of anti-Blackness because they were othered within the Black community for whatever reason. And it was to the point where they ended up fundamentally hating all Black people. And they wish to make all Black people suffer because if they can succeed now, we should be able to too. Like, fuck racism. Racism isn't a real thing. You're just making it up. Remember how you made me feel fucking weird all my fucking life? Yeah, fuck you. How about you fucking pick yourself up from your bootstraps, bitch? Yeah, now I'm making you my bitch. Bitch. Because why the fuck you did that to me? Like, that is their logic. That is their logic. It's sad. It's pathetic. Ultimately, everyone needs to seek therapy. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, there are probably, like, methods of cultural therapy that helps people acknowledge, overcome, and accept the ways in which that they have been treated within their community and to eventually become part of the community again. I don't know. But what I will say is it's really fucked up. There is a resentment that weird Black girls hold towards the Black community because the Black community wants to uphold respectability politics in order to uphold white supremacy, while also trying to, at the same time, take down white supremacy, but not really though. Like, it's super deep, and this would end up becoming like an extremely political video because it all ties into politics. But ultimately, what I can say is being a weird Black girl is such a weird experience, and it's really hard to explain to people because fundamentally you either know what it's like or you don't. To be othered is one thing. To be othered by your community based on how you dress, how you sound, what you like, your hobbies, etc. is like really weird. And to consistently be told that you want to be white or what the things that you like are white adjacent is very off-putting because it's not. Hobbies do not have a race, is not associated with a race, but under capitalism and white supremacy, respectability politics, etc., apparently they do. And on top of that, they assign your meaning. So like being a blue-haired leftist, socialist, communist can usually lead people into believing that you're poor and they treat you as such. But when you have like a BBL and your hair is laid, you got your wig installed by like, I don't know, Arrogant Tay or whatever, and you're on a boat twerking with mimosas in a cup, then you may be treated better because of your class. I think all of these things tie back to white supremacy and how fundamentally the real reason why there is a true issue with weird Black girls is because we're actively rebelling against the system of what is expected of us within the Black community, but also within our own connection with our Blackness, and how there are images of Blackness that are constantly accepted. You have the Tyler Perrys, you have the annoying Tubi movies that are like super ghetto, but like they're cool. And then you have weird Black girls who like anime, who love video games, etc. But they're considered white and whitewashed because of hobbies and stuff. You could like both. You could be both. I love those cringy Tubi movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're very entertaining. And I'm very much intrigued by video game culture and anime and animation and a whole plethora of other things that I probably did not list in this video. And fundamentally, what I wish to get across within this video is how weird black girls are treated with such a vitriol as a result of misogynoir and respectability politics and overall white supremacy within the black community, because the black community refuses to actually change and address how deep white supremacy is within our roots. And by being weird, you stand out and you're rebelling against the system. But people do not fundamentally want to go against the system that has been working out for them for such a long time. In conclusion, I wish that the weird black girl, if you're still watching, don't change. Be weird. Continue to rebel against the system, because the system needs to change and it has to fall. As fascism is falling, so too will be the eventual downfall of white supremacy, especially in the Western world. It's not going to be easy and it's not going to happen tomorrow. But by you existing, by being a representative of rebellion, of being different, you are making a change within you, your life, and your bloodline going into the future. And I know a lot of us are like, fucking nihilistic and, the antithesis of an optimist. But like, overall, who the fuck knows if the world is going to blow up tomorrow due to global warming and shit? Who the fuck knows? But you existing in this lifetime has ultimately been a gift to me and humanity as a whole. So thank you for existing. And I'm grateful to be in weird black girl community with you. And I'm happy that you're still here if you're still here. And know that if you're still on your journey, but you're new in your journey, you're early on in your journey, and you're still a weird black girl, and you're experiencing the shitty treatment of being the weird black girl, just know that it's a part of the journey. And it sucks. And I ultimately wish I could take any pain away from you and give it to Donald Trump in an instant. But I can't. But I want you to know that I'm happy that you're here. And I hope that you take the right pill and take acceptance. Because within acceptance, you can form your own community of weird black girls where y'all get to thrive in your weirdness. And you're not even weird. That's the other part. You're just you. So, with that being said, I love you, weird black girl. Continue being weird. Be weird as fuck. Bye. Also, honor your ancestors, because your ancestors probably were weird as fuck too.